It is another beautiful Saturday. The thing about Max Clark is he better be a fucking superstar because if Wyatt Langford goes out and hits nukes for the Rangers and Max Clark doesn't do shit, I could buy a dragon. That would
Bro, where?
You had to invest in one business with half your winnings. What are you investing the money into?
Easy, Pornhub.
What the?
That's why you don't do drugs, kid. Next question. Is Michigan going to win the Natty? Because I think Michigan's going to win the
Gonna
Natty.
need to run it down their fucking throat and a whale.
$200 you lost last year?
300.
People would think of Jamal Murray and he would just have been a role player.
What? What's going on, people? We are back. It is another Saturday morning, which can only mean one thing. The boys are here. Mick Dilly, The Wanderer, and Tycho are back at it for another podcast, but with some changes. As you can see, if you're an OG fan, you might be like, am I on acid? Am I tripping? Is this what I think it is? And no, it is what you think it is. Actually, I'll let Tyler take the reins on this one because he's more of the corporate guy. I'm more of the fun guy.
Yeah, so as you can see, things look a little different around here. They look a little familiar, though, if you are an OG, like Dylan said. We are back to Ride the Tide sports betting and podcast. And with that, I will lead you to why we are that. So this message came out from Sharps. Our good buddy Josh, also known as Chalky Billups, the founder of Sharps, has shut down the app. They did not have the funding to move on to the next stage. And with that, we transitioned from Sharps back to Ride the Tide because, you know, shit happens. But I just have to say that we had a great time on Sharps, and the things that we got to do with Josh and the things that, you know, we had the opportunity to be a part of, like the watch parties at the movie theater for basketball, March Madness, the Super Bowls, different things. We're very appreciative for Josh, and now we have to find a new place to place our bets. So if you guys want, I mean, I guess you're just going to have to watch the podcast now. There's no other choice.
You're kind of trapped now.
Ride the Tide because we are back. We are better than ever, and we're ready to get into it.
Yeah, we trapped you, and now you're stuck with us back in Ride the Tide. Look at that. We love it.
Look at that.
But, I mean, things got to keep going the way that it keeps going. And, you know, like you said, Tyler, I agree with everything that you said. But we still are in the thick of it, okay? Mm-hmm. Sports right now it's tough, all right? We got, thank God the Four Nations is happening because we would just be in a drought. We did have the Super Bowl. We do have some other sports to talk about. So we'll just get right on into it. Let's start it off with the Super Bowl. This one will be quick, ladies and gentlemen, only because if you watched the Super Bowl, because, well, I'm assuming a lot of you did, even though you said you didn't, because it was still the most watched Super Bowl to date, because it's just another year and people keep watching television.
I will say this, though. The halftime show had like 6 or 7 million more viewers than the game did.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was
the game's highest viewership was in the second quarter, like halfway through the second quarter. So people were tuning in just to get ready for the halftime show.
That makes sense. I would believe it. But let's get to the game. Like we said, this won't take long, ladies and gentlemen, because if you watched it, it was the massacre of Mahomes. That's kind of what I'm calling it. So the Eagles came out and put on one of the most dominant defensive performances in a Super Bowl ever. They held Patrick Mahomes in the first half to nothing. He threw 2 interceptions going into halftime, down 24-0. Then he came out, you know, talking to the boys. I saw the edits on the mic'd up. There was multiple Chiefs that thought they were going to be in a Super Bowl edit talking about, hey, all we need is one. We're good. Hey, we can do it. We can pull it off. And they came out in the second half, and it was 31-0, and it stayed bad. And then the final score was 40-22 because Mahomes threw a couple fucking balls to make his stats look a little better than they would. It was an Eagles dicking from start to finish.
Yeah,
I'm satisfied. That's all I got.
I think it was weird because it was like the first drive Kansas City had, it already looked like that D-line was like gonna murder them. It was like, hold on. They just got that 3-and-out pretty quick. No blitz, straight pressure. Then they score. And then it happens again. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. This defense is good. They're playing out of their mind right now.
And you know how many times they blitzed, Jesse, that game?
0.
Fucking none.
Now,
a single blitz,
blitz all game.
which is nuts.
Which is the scariest part. And that is a Vic Fangio masterclass, if I'm being honest, ladies and gentlemen. If you can run your defense to the point where Patrick Mahomes, God damn it, you can run your defense to the point where Patrick Mahomes has no time to breathe, no time to run, no time to pull off any Mahomes magic, and you're not sending any blitzes. I mean, that's a masterclass by Vic Fangio.
It was like people they were missing, I don't think would have solved this issue. Like your slant merchant Rashee Rice, I don't know if he's going to be able to pull you out of this gutter. Your line is not weak, but they looked like the Browns. And we're also not going to sit here and act like we haven't seen a quarterback perform with the worst O-line. Hashtag Joe Burrow, Bengals, Rams. That Rams D-line was about just as good as we saw this Eagles play, but the Eagles defense just played out of their mind.
That Rams defense, in my opinion, was a more dominant defense with a shittier O-line. And yet, like you said, Burrow was able, and the Bengals were able to actually make something out of this. This was a situation of the 4 guys on the side of the ball matched up. Not only was it a, who wants it more situation, it was a who wants it more and who's a fucking better fucking athlete. Because it was play after play after play after play where now they got 2 guys doubling 1 guy. What's that going to do? That's going to leave Jalen Carter open on the edge. They're going to go back to Jalen Carter. That's going to leave middle linebacker to come in. And they were fucked. They were fucked all over the board. And what's crazy is that they put themselves in that position by halftime. To the point where the second half, the Eagles came out and they were able to just chill. And it took all of the pressure. I don't think this man had less pressure in a Super Bowl game for a quarterback I can remember, that being Jalen Hurts. Now, he balled. I'm not taking anything away from him. He balled, but the guy probably had the least amount of pressure coming in. All right, we're already up 7. You go in, or you come in after a 3-and-out, you get a quick touchdown. All right, boys get a 3-and-out right away. You get a field goal. All right, boys get an interception right away. All right, like this man at no point had to waver at any point. You know what I mean? So,
but he put, because Saquon, that's all the Chiefs were worried about was let's focus Saquon to not be a part of this game.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts was like, okay, I'll just tuck it and run. There were so many plays where he was like, I'm not even going to try it, though. I'm just going to tuck and go. And
yeah, he had more rushing yards than Saquon did.
Yeah, he slaughtered them with his feet to be like the first true rushing quarterback to win a Super Bowl for him.
Yeah, 72 rushing yards and a touchdown by Jalen Hurts. He finished with 17 for 22, 221 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, all I gotta say is I thought it would have been Lamar Jackson before Jalen Hurts if it was going to be rushing quarterback. I would have picked Lamar over Jalen, just based off talent, but that Eagles defense was dominant.
Before we move on to the next thing that I know we're going to move on to, Super Bowl commercials. Did anyone have one or that was your favorite or stuck out to you? Or
I thought they were pretty average this year. I didn't really have anything that
they were going for
so
what I
good.
saw. For what I saw online, because I'll be honest, I was pretty fucking hammered. From what I saw online the next day, a lot of the big Super Bowl commercials that did well were a lot of the Together, Stop Hate, Jesus, Rocket Mortgage, everybody singing Country Roads Take Me Home Together, that type of stuff. The only one that I truly saw that made me laugh out loud was the Sloth commercial. I can't remember what
was good.
I can't remember what it was, like who made that one, but that was the one that was truly hilarious.
Yeah, I can't either. I do remember. Oh yeah, Monday. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mondays.
Me, I loved the Doritos Alien commercial. I was a fan of
Yes,
that.
that was good.
Even though it was early previewed, I'll give it to him. I hated. Oh my God, it was just in my brain. But
Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg.
no, the rattling behind me is throwing me off. Oh my God. Oh, quit the Jesus commercials like you didn't spend all that greed money to make the fucking commercial. Like you think Jesus wanted you to spend $500,000 on a fucking commercial? 1.2 million on a commercial? Quit that. I'm sick of it.
It was at least better than last year's where people were watching and were like, "Are we dying? What the fuck is going on?" Last year it felt like you were entering a cult. It was just a black screen with words talking about how you need to be saved, and it was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Least
Jesse, I think you said like 1.2 mil. It's $8 million for a commercial.
It's $8 million now? Oh my God. Sorry.
What do you call it?
My bad.
Yeah.
Jeep, like the brand Jeep, they spent the most money on a commercial. They got a 2-minute thing. It was like the game went to commercial. It was their commercial. Then the game came back. Like they had the whole space. They paid over $80 million.
That's nuts.
Uh-huh.
I respect it. Big dick move.
All right, Super Bowl final thoughts before we get on to this Jalen Hurts discussion.
Go Cooper DeJean. Real vet cornerback play that game.
Yeah, this was a frustrating NFL season, and I feel like this was a shit cherry on top.
Yeah, I can't be more. I couldn't be more ready for next year's Super Bowl.
Fuck, I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. Fuck this year.
Yeah.
Fuck this year.
Hey, this year's regular season was electric.
It was. These playoffs were ass.
Yeah, it's booty. Other than the regular season, other than all those stupid games the Chiefs won that they shouldn't have won. All right, now Jesse had something he wanted to talk about.
Is Jalen Hurts top 5 quarterback? That is the question here. We know
I want to hear your answer first before
I put him in 5. I give him the 5th spot. He's behind Pat, Burrow, but at the same time, he has the ring that nobody else.
That would mean I would have to name 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that I think are better than him, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford. So he's not top 5. Sorry, I knew I was gonna be a hater here, but I think that
I had a feeling.
I don't think he's all that. I think that he had a great game. I think he's got a good defense. I don't think he's in the conversation of anything more than good quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get shit for this. I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but I look at him and Brock Purdy in a fucking similar tier. I'm just gonna say it.
Really?
They are both quarterbacks that have some days everybody hates him and they want him off the team. Some days everybody loves him and he's the franchise quarterback. But the main thing he has is a lot of weapons and a solid defense.
But I feel like Jalen Hurts never does stuff wrong. It's not like we're sitting here like Jalen Hurts had bad game. It was like, oh, Saquon had great game.
I've seen this not
And then
this
before that-
last year. A lot of Eagles fans were on Jalen Hurts' cock because he would have games where he'd throw A.J. Brown the ball one time and they'd lose. And fucking the biggest reason why I haven't seen any Jalen Hurts slander this year is because you can't when he's just giving it to Saquon and he's got the most rushing yards in a single season in history. I think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback in the league.
I'd say
nowhere
top
near
10
5.
too, but
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Dylan where he's not top 5. But like Dylan said, you can draw a ton of similarities from San Francisco and Brock Purdy to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is definitely 10 times better than Brock Purdy.
Yes, he's definitely a better quarterback.
You start by prefacing it with that. He's
Yes.
definitely 10 times better than Brock Purdy. However, he had Saquon Barkley. Okay. Brock Purdy had Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Defense, elite on both sides. Both teams, elite defense.
Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel,
But
Brandon Ayuk.
hold on. That same defense was not the defense. I mean, this defense this year was electric. But we can't forget him taking them to the Super Bowl and outplaying Mahomes for an entire game already. He's
Yeah.
done it. This
He
is
did
the
do that
first time he did it. This is the second time he's done it.
Yes.
The
Yes.
only
He
quarterback
just had a better defense this time.
besides Joe Burrow, he's the only one that's beat Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No
That's
other
true.
quarterback makes the plays to get their team over.
That's probably the
I
only
just
argument
like-
you have over me, my good sir.
Yeah.
So, like, with the Stafford thing, I don't like how you said that. 'Cause he got carried by his defense at that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
Low key.
Stafford currently top 3 passing yards. Top
We know why.
2.
You know,
passing
Stafford.
touchdowns.
See,
We know why.
hold on. On that point, it's it's very arguable that Patrick Mahomes got carried by his defense his entire season to the Super Bowl.
Well, no, he got carried by the refs. Different.
And his defense. They were literally in one score games, but it was like 17-20, like 16-15. Like
Yeah, they
Yeah,
won
they only had to
3
score
games.
30
They
points.
won 3
Carried
games this year. I think we forget. They won 3 games this year. 2 regular season, 1 playoffs, with either at the buzzer or in the final minutes of the game with a blocked field goal. 3 times. That never happens.
no. It was their defense that literally carried them all the way to the Super Bowl.
Shout out to
And
the
then
special teams coordinator.
You learned that their defense carried them all the way to the Super Bowl when their defense was exhausted and Patrick Mahomes played like he had been playing all year against a really good defense, and it showed that he was having a bad season. So, regardless, Jalen, not top 5.
Super Bowl parade. I got just a couple things. One, I thought it was hilarious that the people that got the most fucked up were the rookies. I don't know why it made me laugh the most, but I just thought it was funny that all the vets and like AJ Brown and Jalen, they were all chilling like in a group together, and then you got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, and there was one other rookie that was with them. They were in their group.
Blankenship.
Getting fucking sauce. They were, and then you got the guy coming over with the mic, and Quinion goes, "Hey, I got this. All I got to say is, go fucking Birds, baby!" Like I just thought.
Yeah,
that
I've heard
those-
enough of that. It's
those-
literally that's the only thing they said, Dylan. Can we move on? I don't want to talk about the fucking parade.
Well, we talk about it every year, Tyler. So I thought that this year wouldn't be any different.
No, it's the same stuff. It's just no one cares about the parade except
All right,
for
there
the
was a bunch of
people
funny
about
shit that happened, but Tyler's still angry because the Eagles.
Then go on Twitter and watch it. We don't have clips.
Mahomes GOAT debate. I don't even know why this is in here.
Jesse wanted to talk about this one too, so Jesse can lead it.
Yep.
Take it off.
I think this kills it. He's got to get like 5 more rings before we can talk about it again.
He was. I didn't even know he was.
Kills
in the
it,
GOAT
eh?
debate.
Kills it. Utterly kills it. That it was embarrassing. We've never seen Tom get embarrassed like this.
Even if he would have won this ring, are you telling me that people would have had him in the GOAT debate over Tom?
Yes,
Truthfully?
Yeah, because
Oh,
Tom
not
never
over.
repeated.
not over. It was a debate. It was
That's
that he was
insane that it
starting
would-
to get
That's
there.
insane
Because
to me
Tom had
that it
never
would
had
even
a
be
three
debate.
Hold on, because he was going to have 4 rings,
Uh-huh.
3-peat, 7 years.
Okay.
The trajectory he was on, people were already starting to debate that it puts him like we got
Tom's
Tom here.
trajectory ahead of Tom.
So we're
That's
doing
Tom here.
so we're doing GOAT debates after 7 years now. Football fans, come on, Jesus Christ.
I love
Um,
that.
I mean,
you're
Dylan,
really-
if you ever watch ESPN, they talk about it every year.
I know, but they just do that because they
You can't say
they
you didn't
want-
know there was
they
a GOAT
want the
debate
views.
going
Yeah,
on.
I'm about to
Like,
say,
they
you
want
remember
to.
the Madden
That's how
cover.
they do it.
You remember the Madden cover. I know you do.
Yeah.
They put both
Big
of them
goat,
on.
baby goat.
But even Mahomes has said on multiple occasions, it's not a conversation. It's Brady, then it's a tier, then it's him. He literally said it's Brady tier 1, then it's tier 2, then he's tier 3. This is
Yeah, because
Mahomes
he's
saying
humble,
that.
and you can't just say you're better than Brady. You can't just say that. So of course he said
Because
that.
he's not. You
We
can't.
know
Brady's got
say
7
those
fucking
things, though.
rings.
Even
Tom
if you think it, you can't say it.
Tom Brady's got 7 rings.
What you
And-
don't understand is all these players are media trained to say certain things, Dylan.
And he
You're,
did
you're
what's
never gonna say it, even if you think it.
I want to see Patrick Mahomes win as many rings as Tom Brady did with all the white wide receivers that Tom Brady had. That's what I want to see. Mahomes has got 1, okay? And
That's
it's a
not
tight
fair.
end.
That's not fair.
I'm just saying.
That's not fair.
Brady did it with white corners, and then he went over to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl in his first year there. I mean, shit like that is why he is the GOAT. Not GOAT. Let me see Mahomes do some shit like that.
Hey, I'm behind you.
You're
What
just
is
gonna have
Mahomes gonna do?
Dylan,
Let me ask you guys a question.
you're literally just gonna have to fucking wait.
I agree, but let me ask you guys a question. What do you think Mahomes is going to be next year, truthfully, without Travis Kelce? Do you think he's going to be the same Mahomes, or do you think that Kelsey's going to make an impact on his game? Because I think Kelsey's retiring.
Depends on the draft pick. If they get either that, if they somehow get another tight end like a Penn State or a Bowling Green tight end, I think Andy Reid might have some fun.
Bowling Green.
Hey, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on that boy.
Their current backup tight end font is literally Travis Kelce. They already have a replacement. They're gonna be fine.
They'll just use the next man up.
That's still no.
They're just gonna use it to draft a different position so they get more speed or some shit, and then they're gonna be fine.
They can't add more speed. That's so pointless.
That's all they do.
Oh, but they can.
All they do is add more speed,
Like-
Jesse.
Speed
Like,
kills.
You're injured this year, but let's be honest here. If you keep D-Hop just as the old head with sure hands, even though he's dropping Super Bowl passes, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and fucking Hollywood Brown, that's a killer. That's killer core. It's killer core if they actually get to play.
That's what I'm saying, man. They're gonna be fine. It's not what anybody wants to say, but they'll be fine.
Yeah, Pat.
Paddle pat.
All right, let's move it on. Where do you want to head next?
Let's just go back to the Four Nations Cup. I mean, we don't have an all-star game for the NHL this year, which I was informed of 5 minutes before this podcast started. I didn't fucking realize this is what was replacing it.
Yeah.
But the Four Nation Cups is here. It's alive. It's well. And I think that I can speak for unity of hockey fans saying that, would you rather watch this or cut to the clip of Vladimir Tarasenko last year taking a minute and a half in the skills challenge, getting booed out of the arena? I mean, Kucherov. Yeah. But
No Tarasenko hate.
Kucherov. But like I'm saying, this is definitely much, much better. Hockey fans would much rather have this. If you're not familiar with what's going on.
Also, they are going to be allowing the NHL players back into the Olympics. So this was kind of like a get ready for the Olympics thing.
Gotcha. So if you're not familiar with what's going on, it's four nations. It's USA, Sweden, Finland, and Canada. Players in the NHL are able to participate. And then obviously those four teams, it's like a mini tournament type thing. First game that we had was Canada and Sweden in an absolute thriller. This game went into overtime. I think the first period into this game, I think a lot of hockey fans knew, okay, this is going to be fun. Just the people that were on the ice at the same time. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you just see
Crosby over to McDavid, over to McKinnon. I'm like, what?
Seriously, it's like you watch their first goal was Crosby to McDavid to McKinnon or whatever, and that's when they scored. And it's like, here we go.
Excuse me?
and they're actually trying. Like everyone's giving it their all, and it's much more entertaining than what the typical All-Star weekend looks like.
I agree.
I think this is the permanent fix.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, in the future, you can end up adding, maybe 6 nations, 8 nations, whatever. But for now, this is a much better alternative, in my opinion. And I watched Team USA in Canada. I watched the entire game.
You mean in Finland?
Or Team USA in Finland. I'm sorry, I'm getting myself. I watched that entire game. And like Dad, I had money on USA. Had to take the puck line. Couldn't take the money line because they were like minus 410. They're supposed to just win. And they did. And I'm like, you know what? This is great because you watch like the first 10 to 15 minutes and you can tell like they haven't really played together that much. So like there's a couple missed passes, miscues, but then they come out in the second period after these guys talk and it's completely different.
Because they're all still top level hockey players.
And then by the time you get to the third period, Team USA coach goes, you know what? Let's put the 2 brothers on the same line. We've never done that before. They finished the game with 4 goals. 2 each. I'm like, what? This is nuts.
Points, 12 hits.
And it's nice as as an American to be able to cheer for Austin Matthews for once, especially as a Red Wings fan. Absolutely hate the Maple Leafs, so you can actually cheer for Austin Matthews. Currently at this moment, I don't hate the Tkachuk brothers, which is a great feeling. Like until we go back to the regular season, I can actually like some guys I usually don't like, but I still hate all of Team Canada. So
The T'Chucks are like they're like the villains of the Team USA. Like
Yeah.
Brady T'Chuck literally said, "I'm excited to play the villain in Canada."
yeah, they're literally in Montreal too. It's gonna be like people. If you are a casual hockey fan, I encourage you to tune in tonight at 8:00 to watch Team USA versus Canada, because that is going to be some of the best hockey that you've probably ever seen in your entire life. So
I agree. And if
I
you don't
highly
like
recommend that.
and if you don't like what and if you like what you see so much, then maybe watch Finland and Sweden too. You might like that.
Yeah, that's today at 1:00. So if you want a little appetizer, let's get into that. Team Finland is playing Team Sweden. Both of these teams are 0-1. Finland is just a very, very physical team. They also lost 3 defensemen right before this tournament started, but they just plugged 3 more in, and literally all play the same style of hockey all the time. So it's pretty easy for them. I'm taking Team Sweden in this. I think Sweden just has a little bit more skill and a little bit more ability to get the biscuit in the basket. So that's how you win games. I'm taking Team Sweden.
It's pretty
I'm
simple.
taking the Swedes.
Yeah, Sweden competed with Canada and Finland got blown out by the U.S. Let's keep it simple here, people. On paper, it should be
Keep
the
it
Swedes.
simple, stupid, you know?
Yeah.
And then the nightcap, like I said, 8:00, probably some of the best hockey you're going to see. Team USA versus Team Canada. I don't think there's a soul on this podcast that's going to take Team Canada, so I'll start it off Team USA.
A hockey game on ABC is refreshing to see. I will just say that.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
Give me USA.
Give me USA.
Who's a baby? All right.
B plus.
All right.
Make sure you check it out. It's actually, I'm telling you, just give it a watch.
Well, this isn't
You're not going to want to watch the NBA All-Star game over this.
This isn't Luke here spreading his propaganda. This is us actually telling you that this is good.
So it's better, you know? All right. Let's move it on to what I recommended you didn't watch, but hey, you might watch it.
Dylan will still watch it tonight because he's a fucking slut, okay?
I'll put it on my iPad, but I'm gonna have hockey on the big screen.
I don't blame you. We got the NBA All-Star competition. Last night was the Rising Star game, but I'm not going to sit here and recap the whole thing for you because 90% of the people, Tyler and Jesse, are going to sit here and go, who? Team C won. Yay. The only thing that I thought would have been cool was if the G League team actually won. They made it to the finals, and then they got smashed. So that's what you need to know. All right. We'll kick it off with the All-Star competition, and then we'll get to the All-Star game. Now, tonight is the skills competition. Tomorrow is the game. 3-point contest competition. We'll kick it off there. So, we're going off of the people that I'm reading. Is the odds of the least favorite to the favorite. Okay? Wait, Tyler wasn't here. Tyler's here. Okay. Tyler, I'm reading the odds from the favorites of least favorite to the favorite of the competition. So we have Jalen Brunson, Tyler Hero, Darius Garland, Norman Powell, Buddy Hield, and then the favorite, looking for his 3rd straight win, Damian Lillard. And Cade Cunningham. Sorry. Don't know why.
I was going to say, I didn't hear Cade. And
you want to know why? Because the odds here, 280, 450, 450, 600, 800, 800. And then Cade is plus 1,400 on FanDuel.
for no good reason, I love that. And I think I'm going to put like $10 on it just because.
He's plus 600 more than everyone else.
Cade. Honestly, I love it. But, I mean, can we just like sub a piston for a piston, throw Beasley in there?
Malik would cook.
Come on, why are they disrespecting the fuck out of Cade? Why'd they put him in the contest and then disrespect him so bad?
So
why is this a thing? What's his 3-point percentage, Dylan?
I don't know, but I know that it's good enough to where he made the competition this year. I don't know. I don't like the fact that Cam Johnson has better odds to win than Cade Cunningham. That kind of doesn't sit right with me. Something about it doesn't feel good.
I guess it's because Kate.
What?
So Cade something, but then
Cade something, but he muted.
I got my foot yanked. He's shooting 35% from the three.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Give me Cade. Fuck it.
All right. Ty's got Cade.
I'm actually about to put money on Cade. That's ridiculous.
Jesse, your boy
Those odds
Brunson's
are
plus
good.
800.
I know, but I don't like the investment.
Mama.
Mama. Who's Lou taking?
He said, mama. I don't see any. No one starts with an M, buddy.
Well,
I think he means Norman Powell. Man.
mm,
Norman.
that makes
He's got
sense.
Norman Powell.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham, 1,200. Wow. Okay. Good
Uh-huh.
for-
Yeah.
I'll throw 25 on it. That's hilarious.
I'll go because I know Jesse's in a bit of a situation.
Yeah.
For shits and giggles, and for this contest today, for this skills competition, really just a big fuck you. I'm taking back-to-back three-peats. So that starts with Dame.
Same time.
Back-to-back three-peats where people are like, what are we doing? And what are we doing every year? That's what I want people to go. We're just showing up for Dame and Mac and get another trophy. That's just what this is.
Oh, you're taking back to back, but okay, I see you.
That's what I want. I want the narrative to be, what are we doing here? We're just every year.
Yeah.
Jesse's still not back, so we'll get to him. Don't worry. But I do want to move on to the dunk contest here. The odds plus 600 Stephen Castle, plus 600 Matas Buzelis, plus 550 Andre Jackson Jr. Let's just be honest with you, 3 absolute fucking nobodies in terms of dunking, not players, dunking. And then you have the G Leaguer, the back-to-back champion, Mac McClung.
He promised props.
He did promise props.
props.
I saw people online saying some shit like, your dunk contest is in a bad spot when the G Leaguer is looking for the three-peat. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's probably the best way to describe where the skills competition currently is.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're back. 3-point contest. Who do you got?
The homie,
Dame, Buddy Hield, Norman Powell, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham.
I'm gonna take Cade for the profit.
And then me and
Hell
Tyler,
yeah.
and then me and Tyler both took Mac McClung to three-peat.
Mm,
It's Mac McClung, Andre Jackson Jr., Matas Buzelis, and Stephen Castle.
Give me Steven.
Castle. I will say he's probably I know he's plus 600, but he's my next favorite in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just like him. I think he's a great player.
We can't keep having this G League prop get sent to the slam dunk contest.
Well, this G League prop promised props, so I better see some props.
Mac McClung has played in 5 career NBA games. He may or may not end his whole life with more dunk championships than NBA games.
Just waiting on an injury.
He might.
Really? Give him a shot.
Next up,
The final thing that we have for the skills competition is the challenge that LeBron and his son should have been in. I'm still upset about it, and they're not in it, and it sucks. But now this is what we have. This is what we have. I'm bitter. It's Team Cavs versus Team Rookies versus Team Spurs versus Team Warriors. Some of these teams are fun. Some of these teams are ass. Let's get to the fun teams. Team Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley. That's fun. Team Spurs, Chris Paul, Victor Wembanyama. That's fun. Let's get to the not so fun teams. Team Rookies, Zachariah Regisseur, the number 1 pick, who has done nothing this year, and Alex Sarr, who has done even more nothing this year, averaging an astounding 3.8 points a game. Then we get to my favorite team, and the team I'm picking for straight shits and giggles, Team Warriors. Moses Moody and Draymond Green.
what are we even doing? What are we even doing nowadays? What is the point? This is the thing. This is my problem with the NBA. Your whole season is watered down until it gets to playoffs. And then even then, some of it doesn't matter because you already know who's going to win in like 4 or 5. How do you water down your All-Star game more than your watered down season?
You see Team Warriors on the skills contest, you're like, all right, Jimmy and Steph, Draymond and Steph, Draymond and Jimmy. Who is it? Draymond and Moses Moody.
So your skills comp, trash. Your dunk contest, trash.
Trash. Your 3 points, the only reason people are watching tonight. And,
Yeah, your 3 points it.
and you were going to have the main reason why people were probably going to watch was going to be because of last year, which was going to be Clay and Steph versus Caitlin Clark and Sabrina. But Caitlin Clark said, fuck that for all your fucking viewership pleasure. So the one other thing that people are actually going to be able to watch, that's not happening again this year. So
It's gone.
Tyler, do you have any thoughts on this? Who are you taking for the skills? Ride Draymond with me, please. Come on. You're a Warriors guy.
No.
Not a shot.
I will ride nobody because I will be watching the Four Nations Cup.
Fine. That's fair.
And if you can gamble
What
on these
What
All-Star
is
games,
this? You can, I think.
yeah, if you're gambling on
Yeah.
the
Oh, you want the odds?
there's wait. I can bet on this stupid skills competition?
Team Cavs plus 200. Team Spurs plus 220. Team Warriors plus 230. Team Rookies plus 430.
Yeah, you can bet
Yes,
on that.
you can, Jesse. You can bet on the dunk contest, the skills competition, and the three-point contest. If you want to make yourself even more miserable by watching this, you can waste your money on it too.
You're a different level of degenerate if this is what you're occupying your Saturday nights with.
Hey, it's a slow Saturday.
I don't care. If I'm out here, if I went out to get some food and I hear somebody complaining that Moses Moody isn't doing enough, and
God, Draymond, get the ball in the fucking hole.
my head will explode. This is the problem. Like when, oh my God, I saw something ridiculous for halftime. It's like the bets they get away with for the halftime or the Super Bowl in general, ridiculous. These bets, All-Star game, ridiculous.
Do you know who's performing the All-Star game? I don't know if I want to tell you. Do you know who's performing in the All-Star game?
No, Dylan, I don't.
Jello!
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
We kick you out the league. Force you to drop this music.
His brother got snubbed from the All-Star game. LaMelo should be here. He was in the fan vote number 2. Didn't make the game. Here comes Jello, middle of the court. I told her, baby, can you please shake that ass for me? I mean, that is hilarious. This whole thing is a fucking joke. We know it's a joke, like the fans, but this is NBA's way of being like, oh, we know. We know it's a joke. Draymond and Moses Moody are in. Jello's performing. We got a G Leaguer going for a 3-peat on the dunk contest. We know it's a fucking joke.
This league makes me sick.
And then you go
I
to
remember
Sunday.
when this shit mattered.
Right. Now you go to Sunday and you get the All-Star game. And I will say this I am actually excited for because whether they'll tell you it was or it wasn't, it was scripted and each team has a clear theme. Shaq has the OGs. Pretty much anybody in the world that knows basketball is on that team. That's kind of the best way I would describe it to casuals. Anyone that watches basketball and doesn't know the people is probably on Kenny's team. That would be all the rookies, the young guys, the rising stars, and all the foreigners. If you're an American and you're like, who the fuck are these guys? That would be Chuck's team, the global superstars. So the starting 5 on each team, we got Shaq has Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, and then Jason Tatum. Kenny has Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero. And then Chuck's starting 5 is Shai, Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Spicy P, and Wemby. The games are Shaq's team plays Candace's team, who won the Rising Stars game. They'll destroy them. And then we have Chuck's team playing Kenny's team. Then the winners meet.
Team that is. I was over here like, I keep seeing this 14 team Kansas. Who the hell is my team?
So, what are we thinking, Jesse? You taking the OGs, taking the Young Bucks, or are you taking the foreigners?
There's a clear. Okay, respectfully, I don't think the youngins are winning.
Right, I agree.
They're the 3 out of 4 because we're not including the other team. No disrespect, all disrespect.
All disrespect.
I'm gonna take the global stars.
The foreigners, okay. The big bad. I will say I'm upset Giannis is hurt because I really wanted to see Jokic, Wemby, and Giannis on the court together.
Beautiful.
I really wanted to see those three.
Sentiment.
That's insane. Just the 3 biggest foreigners in the league going out there and balling. Tycho, how you feeling?
Man, it's gonna be Wemby's team.
Wemby's team?
No, you know what?
Whoever's I forget who's coach, but Wemby's team.
Chuck's team, yeah.
Yeah.
The international dogs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Wemby on the same team.
Shaq's OGs. Just because it's hard for me to bet against Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James on the same team. I watched
They actually play a little bit of defense in this.
Shaq, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Size
Stephen Curry,
difference is gonna be a little.
I didn't even think about this till right now. Stephen Curry, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum. All 9 players on his team, weren't they all on Team USA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shaq just has Team USA. I'm taking Shaq.
That's not bad.
He just
Not
assembled
bad
Team
at all.
USA. He said, "Oh, I watched them win a gold medal." Okay,
I'll take them. Yeah.
I'll
Good
have
idea.
that team.
Good idea.
I don't blame you. All right.
Lucky there's no Luka.
Oh yeah, you are. Luka. If Luka was not international, I'd take international. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I would 100% take international. But yeah, that is the NBA. There's one more thing in the world of NBA that I know that Tyler wants to talk about. I know Jimmy Butler made his NBA debut, but the problem is that people weren't talking about the buckets he was dropping on the court.
They weren't talking about the debut. They were talking about the number 2.
Yeah, they were talking about the buckets he was dropping in his pants.
Listen, man, they got a bad Gatorade color.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
ask me
for
which
real.
flavor. I'm
You
unsure.
can't claim Gatorade on this one.
Listen,
There's no out.
Let's just
this
get a
might
live,
be,
ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get a live look in on James Houston.
I was about to say, yeah, somebody else committed this act. I won't talk about your worst with Jimmy.
Look, you got too excited. It's the first game with Curry. I would have done the same thing. Just gonna say it. If my first game was Steph Curry, I might get a little excited and poop myself. I'm just gonna say it. No one else here, I don't know, has the balls to just sit there and say it. I'll fucking say it. If I'm playing my first game with LeBron, Stephen Curry, anybody of that magnitude, and he passes me the ball, I might shit a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not proud of it, but it's probably what would happen. So I understand Jimmy, he's done all these things, has all these accolades, has all these awards, but at the end of the day, people, he's human. And he played his first game with Curry. He got a little excited, and he pooped himself. Shit happens. Literally.
Thanks, Dylan.
What are you gonna do?
Shame.
Well, I will say we don't have any puck luck picks or any downtown. I know we don't have any puck luck picks, any downtown cash picks this week, and I'm not recapping UFC because that shit was ass. So let's get to the last thing that we have. Ohio State.
You're fired!
What the fuck?
national championship. You win it because of your offense. So you're like, damn. We got to get a new DC. We got to get a new DC. We got to get somebody who's really going to complement this offense, who really knows what they're doing, so we can defend this national title. And you go out and get a man who has never put out a good season of defense. Not once. Every good coach has sent him to the shadow
realm
of free agency. Find a new job. You bring him.
Now this
to
is
your
back to
national
back,
champ-
like Chip Kelly and Matt Patricia. And this is not like, I'm not a Michigan fan. This is the Lion fan in me that is coming out laughing my ass off, because you know what he can do to an organization, and he's coming into an organization that just won a national championship.
No matter where he goes, whatever he touches turns to shit. He has not led. His rap sheet is god awful. I don't know what kind of privilege this is. I'm unsure, but he got something. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's from, but something about him is being lied about. He's not who he says he is, because he constantly gets great opportunities, folds, and gets picked right back up. I got you, buddy. Don't worry. You can try it out here. Oh, don't worry. You can try it out here. You know what? NFL's been too hard. We're going to send you to the national champions.
Tyler, do you have any thoughts? I know you're doing some shit, but
I mean, other than this is the dumbest thing they could have possibly done, not really. I mean, way to take yourself from the top to the bottom. I mean, there's no way that this works. I don't know why you would do this, because of all of his past histories of just completely destroying every defense that he touches. I don't know why you'd do this to yourself, but you're going to lose to Michigan again next year.
yes, I think that's probably the biggest thing you could take away.
That's all I got. That's all I got from that. I know Luke was laughing his ass off when I sent it in the group chat. That
as most Michigan fans should have been. This is probably a great coping thing with them winning the national championship. They do this. We'll hold on for what?
This can be the biggest. The biggest. Oh shit! Maybe he can coach, coordinate situation that we've seen in a while, right?
Explain
he could
how.
totally prove
it
himself.
could be. Most likely won't be.
Yeah, but I could cut off my dick and then I'd be a woman. That doesn't really mean shit here. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, I'm just saying. I've said a lot of shit about him, so I thought I should at least leave it with. I mean, he can do something, but it's just
look. That's the good in you trying to be like, I'm gonna at least give him the benefit of the doubt at the end of the day, and I need you to take that good in you and remember all the pain and hurt and sadness that man has not just caused you, but every sports team that he has come over and infiltrated and turned into shit.
Like I said, I don't know how he gets these gigs.
I know you're a good guy, and that's why we love you, but he does not deserve it. Fuck him.
No,
it's straight up.
This is crazy.
Last thing that I have, and I completely forgot about it until right now. I promise it's the final thing. Alex Bregman. He finally fucking made up his mind. He signed a 3-year, $190 million deal with the Boston Red Sox. Kind of saw this coming. You can't pass up that green monster.
Wait. Didn't even let me use my intro.
Because this is the only championship you'll ever get. You can't get during the regular season to save your life.
Right center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he makes it! Come on in! The 1-1 from Tyson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the
Dun-dun-dun. Alex Bregman has officially signed to the Red Sox on a 3-year deal worth $120 million. That felt better. Sorry, now go ahead, Jesse.
I just, how do I put this?
You're bitter. You're upset. You want him to come play for the Tigers.
Oh,
It's fine.
no, fuck.
Oh.
I'm
Tolerance.
weird. I want like a. This is gonna sound crazy, but like,
Oh God.
I want like a Ryan McMahon. How the hell do you say his last name?
McMahon.
Yeah, I thought that was it, but I was like, I ain't allowed to let
This
it.
boy's about to come out here and say McMahon.
I was about to say McMahon. There was gonna be an extra
Mika Mahan.
A in there. But like,
So
You
you want
literally
what you're
here's the
saying
issue.
is you want a straight power bat is what you're saying.
yes, I want someone that all I ask of you is keep your area fucking locked and send it.
Like
Oh, I'm
Brian McMahon is quite literally he has if you play the show, he has 60 contact and 90 power. That's what you that's what you want. You
It's not
want
about how much he hits it. It's about how he hits it. That's all.
we
all I'm here
we
for.
don't have that. So yeah.
That's the type of player I want.
Like Torkelson has 70 power, but then he has like 90 strikeout. So it like fucks out, and then so yeah, Alex Bregman would have been great. He's gonna do great with Boston. He's gonna have a green monster that'll hit 30 home runs a year with. It's gonna be fucking great for them.
And then get no contract.
Also, thought it was crazy that Netflix just dropped the other 2 days ago. Oh, by the way, we filmed the Red Sox all year last year, and we're just gonna drop like a little short series on Netflix if you guys want to watch. And right after that happened, I went back and I did a little bit of research because I was like, I don't remember the Red Sox making the playoffs or doing like anything noteworthy last year, and they didn't. So I'm very curious to see how Netflix. This is the first real challenge they've had where they don't have.
How they turns nothing into something.
And I'm very curious to see how they turn this into something here.
Huh.
Because they've been following the theme with, they did, obviously they did the Inside the NHL. That was not Netflix, but that was like TNT. Then they did wide receiver, quarterback for football. We just saw basketball, but they did starting 5 last year. I think this is now them going into baseball. So now they can officially say, okay, we've done the inside, the behind the scenes on all 4 sports.
Yeah. But why?
But why the Red Sox? I have no idea. You had the Dodgers right there with 19,000 superstars on their team. That just.
But they probably didn't.
They
They probably didn't agree to it though. Like the team has to agree to have the camera crew around all year.
They probably went to New York. The Yankees said nope. They said fuck. We'll go to their.
All the good teams probably said, "Get the fuck out of here! We're trying to win a World Series."
They could have went, but there's so many. The Tigers would have been perfect.
Would have been
for the end of the year.
Peak
Behind the scenes of that would have been fucking perfect. But who would have known at the time? Because they were obviously made this decision before the year started. All right, that's all we got. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the people that downloaded the Sharps app. Thank you guys for all the people that used the promo code TYCO011 when you signed up. We appreciated you doing that. It really meant a lot. But this is a new chapter, like Tycho said, and we're here with Ride the Tide for the long haul. If you try to copyright us, you can't because we're trademarking the name. Damn it. Anyways. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. We will see you guys next week. Follow us on all the socials at Ride the Tide 586. Is it Ride the Tide 586, Frank? Yeah, it says it right there, bottom of the screen. Ride the Tide 586 on all socials. We'll see you next week. I'm Nick Daly. Have a good one. Peace.